Welcome back to the channel. I'm Matt, I'm the Whiskey Nerd, and today I'm making something you can think of as an improved Boilermaker. I'm making a Boozy Dark Delight, and I got the idea for this cocktail when I reviewed this collaboration right here. This is the Stacked beer and whiskey collaboration that Two Stacks Irish Whiskey did with Brew, an Irish brewery. I'll put a link to the review of that up there. There'll be a link down below which you can check out afterwards. But essentially what it is a whiskey that was finished in a stout beer cask and a stout beer that was finished in a whiskey cask. So you get the kind of same flavors and the kind of like the harmonious flavors of them working together. And I said I wanted to make a whiskey and beer, a whiskey and stout cocktail to kind of use these flavors. And I found some recipes where you take the stout and you reduce it down as a sugar syrup and you make like an Irish coffee. But also I found this recipe on BBC Good Food. I'll put a link to that down below. It's mostly they do recipes for like actually food, but they do some good cocktail recipes, and I found a few good recipes on there. It's actually a pretty good website to check out. And they got this here, the Boozy Dark Delight. It's, like I said, essentially like an upgraded Boilermaker. It's got a little bit of Irish whiskey, it's got a little bit of triple sec, which is an orange liqueur, and it's got a stout beer. If you're not familiar with stout beers, they have this kind of like chocolatey coffee note to them. The whiskey has like that sweetness, a bit of vanilla, and then the triple sec adds sweetness, but also adds like that orange note to give you that kind of like chocolate orange flavor, and it works really, really well. So that's enough time talking about the cocktail. Let's get to making it. It is a cocktail that we're gonna make in our glass. So we're gonna get a rocks glass and we're gonna get a nice rock of ice into there before we measure out our ingredients. Now they said to use 25 ml of the whiskey, 25 ml of the triple sec, and 200 ml of the beer, but my glass can't hold that much liquid, so I'm just going to reduce it all down a little bit to 20 ml, 20 ml, and 150 ml. So the ratio is still going to be about the same. So I'm going to go in with my 20 ml of really nice Two Stacks Irish whiskey. Like I said, this here was finished in stout casks, so it has that sweetness of Irish whiskey, but also like the little bit of chocolatey note, almost like red berries, winter berries, that kind of flavor coming through it. And it's a really, really tasty whiskey, and I hope it'll work really well here. That was 20 ml of that, 20 ml of my triple sec, which again, like I said, kind of an orange liqueur, chocolate orange. To me, really, really great flavor combination. I hope you like it too. It's just worked really well. If you're not familiar, if you've never tried it out, you definitely should. And now I'm going to go in with 150 ml of my Two Stacks collaboration with Brew Imperial Stout. This comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume, so it is fairly strong. It has a fair bit of weight to it, but also has a really, really nice flavor. So that there is 150 ml. I'm going to give it a quick little stir to mix everything around, but like I said, it was built in the glass, so nice and simple. And for a garnish, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of dark chocolate. I'm going to get a little grater and just grate some shavings of dark chocolate over the top, just like that. Give you a nice kind of a presentation and really like lean into that chocolate and orange vibe. So that right there is how I make a Boozy Dark Delight. Now real quick, before I taste this cocktail, if you're new here, scroll down, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. I put out whiskey reviews every Wednesday, like the review of those, and I put out cocktail recipes like this featuring whiskey every Friday. So if you want to see more like that, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment down there if there are any cocktail recipes you think I should try out, because I'm always on the lookout for new interesting cocktail recipes. But right now, let's taste this one. Cheers. Oh, that is actually really nice. This is like the first time I'm trying it out, because obviously this is like a limited edition can. I couldn't make the recipe before now, but that's really nice. The whiskey and the beer, if you watch the review of it, you'll know that I thought when you taste the two together, it works really well, because the beer is slightly bitter but slightly sweet, and the whiskey is quite sweet. So it adds this nice kind of flavor when they work together. The little bit of the triple sec makes into more like a cocktail, like a cocktail, yeah, because you add that little bit of extra sweetness. The orange note add like a little bit of a different vibe, so you get the whiskey sugary sweet with that stout. You get the stout, which is kind of sweet, but also with those darker earthy notes, and they're kind of pulling together, and you add that little bit of citrus off to the side, which adds an interesting little kind of contrast. It wouldn't be something that I think I would drink a huge amount of. Like I'd have one and I'd slowly sip it, and that's why I've got that nice rock of ice there, because like the beer, the stout beer, it's not fizzy, it's not going to go flat. So it's, as you see, there's no head on the beer. It's one of those things that you can drink it, you can enjoy it, and you can let that sit with the ice cube, keep it cold, keep it enjoyable. One of those things that you can just slowly enjoy it, especially on like, it's still kind of winter here, so it's still dark at nighttime. This is something you could sit down, you could enjoy over a while. You're not going to rush it down, but also you're not going to like leave it forever, because it is very, very tasty. The little bit of grated chocolate up top, it doesn't add a huge amount of flavor to the cocktail. You don't need to add it. It's just you get a little bit of chocolate as you take a sip, as you swallow it. The chocolate then melts in your mouth. You get a little bit of a flavor of chocolate there, but it's completely optional. Like I said, I actually really enjoy this. Going to go in again. I'm going to keep on enjoying this, and I will see you next time. Sláinte.